Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
y'all know what it is. It's Sunday, and we got shit to do. And what is that? It is the newest episode of First Black Champ. I am your host, the VP DOC Camp from the Port.
Oh, and I
don't need a name.
I was gonna say, hey, I'm the most ignorant one in the game, JR Bang.
There we go. No, man, I am your host, JR Bang, the VP DOC. As you know, this is Camp from the Port. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download wherever you get your favorite podcast. Barber's Chair Network is the home. Make sure you get all your episodes there. And if you want to get to them quicker, just search your hashtag DFBC.pod. Get that merch. You see Camp with the hoodie on. It is raining out here in the greater Chicagoland area. It's raining out there with you too?
It's raining, thunderstorms, and tornadoes.
Oh, well.
More tornadoes.
Well, if we see some shit go past Camp, pray for him. You know, like literally in the house. Like, motherfucker be doing the show, and then you just see a tornado just ride past. You know what I'm saying? That would be great for the show, but not great for Camp from the Port.
No, not at all.
Oh man, so great. Hey, shouts out to Keith. He coming in hot. He's coming in hot. And we're gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? And the theory that I have about Saudi Arabia pay-per-views, and the wear of Saudi Arabia pay-per-views. I have a theory about that. Before we get started, man, how was your week? Because technically May Days is really over with after the 21st.
Yeah.
You know, so you celebrated a birthday. I've celebrated a birthday. So shouts out to everybody who celebrated a birthday in May. But how you doing, man? How's life?
Man, a lot going on in life. Just navigating store management from this angle. So it's been fun. It's been a season of great accountability. Planning, paying, spending way too much money. Spent way too much money in May. April, it got a little crazy. May, it got even crazier. So got to make sure that we recalibrate and we start getting some more money in, or just stop a lot of the money going out. Negotiated my rent for the next contract, so it's gonna be cheaper than what we're paying now.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? And man, probably a lot of stuff I can't say from here, so I'll just stop because I have a tendency to talk too much.
I'm thinking about selling drugs. I'm thinking about selling drugs.
Okay.
I'm thinking about selling drugs and ass.
Okay.
I had a lot of shit to pay for myself.
So you're selling your ass, is what you're
saying? Yes, my ass. Like,
I
am.
All right.
You know, I am thinking about going, as long as my wife is down with it. You know, I'm down as long as my wife is down with it. You know what I'm saying? I am down to get back on my old shit and sell my ass, you know, for gas money and other things. Well, those are the days, boy. Those are the days when the shit give you ass and give you some gas money after you give us some ass. Those are the days. But sometimes I share too much too. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about this wrestling. King and Queen of the Ring happened yesterday afternoon.
Yes.
And let me ask you, because I know we said this about Backlash. So did this feel like a glorified house show to you, or did this feel special?
It felt special because there were minimum 3 moments that were a part of it. So now, granted, I look at Saudi Arabia. What is it? Rida, I think it is. I'm sorry, or Jeddah. You know what? Just wherever they go, I look at it like a major market domestically now. So they don't mail it in. I look at the Saudi Arabia events like I look at Madison Square Garden, like I look when they go to LA, like I look when they go to Miami, Chicago, even Boston, depending on who the marquee superstar is from a city. So, but no, this didn't feel house show at all. This felt like, dare I say, staple PLE. You know what I'm saying? Because even the announcement they made through the ads, I was like, wow, they announced that through this. Okay. So no house show vibe at all for me personally.
Okay, yeah, it didn't feel like that to me. This did feel special. It felt like mini coronations. Let me just say that I did not necessarily like the finish to the male King of the Ring, and we'll get into that a little bit. Didn't necessarily like that. Don't know if it was done on purpose or if it was done by accident, but it was not something that I was down with. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with the Intercontinental Championship that happened yesterday. Sami Zayn defeated Chad Gable and Bronson Reed. We both had Sami Zayn winning, but I think we had Bronson Reed taking the pin, correct?
I definitely did.
Okay, so and I agree with you as well. And I mean, while it does not matter who took the pin or not, I think Sami Zayn going over was a foregone conclusion. But how did you think Chad Gable and Bronson Reed looked in this match?
Well, you know what? To be fair, what was that? I expected them to look exactly the way they did, to be honest. The reason why I had Bronson Reed taking the pin is because they're obviously building a new character with Chad Gable. So I not only did I not expect him to take the pin, I expect his story to grow more even within this match. And hey, look, that's exactly what happened. I was wondering what was the Alpha Academy going to do in the last couple weeks, and here is the story being told. Chad Gable was hating because I want to see more of that gold, but I do think that everything that I thought was going to happen for him specifically did. And, the performance is always going to be the performance, but he needs help on the other end, which is the entertainment part of the sports entertainment.
Oh, well, I definitely think that between this week and next week, we're about to get the Creed brothers as the new disciples of the Alpha Academy. And I can't wait for that. Like, I, for one, can't wait for real Kurt Angle hours, as I would call it. Real world's greatest tag team hours, real Team Angle hours. I was a big fan of Team Angle. I've always been a big fan of Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas, along with Kurt Angle. So I definitely believe that they're about to restore the feeling of just that pure mat technician beat your ass. I saw a sign, not last night or yesterday during the pay-per-view, but I think it was on one of the shows where it was a sign that said Perk Angle.
Hey.
if Chad Gable watching any TNA Kurt Angle shit and he end up being like that, hey man, I got something to say about the World Heavyweight Championship a little bit later, but I'm definitely believing that Chad Gable can restore the feeling and bring the perk without the perks to the WWE.
Yeah, hey, Saudi Arabia's already on board. They're already on board for whatever's going to happen with Chad Gable. They let us know what they think it is too, and they obviously feeling the Kurt Angle, Team Angle vibe as well. So. I mean, right now it's just about literally just pushing the button.
Yeah, we don't have to get into the women's tag team championship match between Sisters with Suplexes and Candice LeRae. And I forgot Shorty name that quick, but it was what we expected. And
Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell, yeah. But I do believe that we saw a little bit of improvement from Jade Cargill in this match, except when she tried to kip up and it just didn't work. But you know what? It didn't work with Shawn Michaels all the time either. Players fuck up sometimes, but it was definitely a great showing, and I felt like we seen some improvement on the Jade Cargill side of things.
And they're also slowly building the feud between those two with that finish as well, if you want my personal opinion. The
Nubian neck breakers. We're gonna find them. We're gonna find them a nickname that's gonna stick, that Triple H is gonna hear on this show, and it's gonna end up being their tag team name. We'll talk about that a little bit later too. Let's get into the Women's World Championship, which is the only match that we called Rome, Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan, and with the accidental help of Dom Mysterio, Liv Morgan is your new Women's World Champion. We had questions about this Liv Morgan revenge tour. And I mean, what are your thoughts about Liv Morgan going over, period? Like, was this the right time for her to go over? Did they need a little bit more to make us feel some type of revenge tour?
Well, the difficulty for me is always because usually nobody goes over on Becky Lynch. That was really the only reason why I picked Becky Lynch. I thought even the situation with Lyra with the NXT title was weird, but I'll say this: I never expected Becky to win that title in the first place. I guess where I sit with it is the promo around Liv Morgan had gotten very real, and I wish I would have seen the things like her being on Funny Marco, and like now all of a sudden it's just a influx of just interview and just exposure to Liv, because that is the setup. But when you're setting somebody up in the midst of that so quickly with this abrupt change from Rhea with the injury to Becky Lynch, again, I say, why not just have her win the Battle Royal and still beat Becky Lynch in Saudi Arabia? Like this could have been done just differently. Because I literally had it between I thought Nia was going to win the belt first and foremost. So I mean, I'll start there. But even when Liv was there, I was like, oh, okay, so they're going to push the button on Liv, and it does make sense because the storylines all take place. Like, she lost her title injury, Rhea lost hers, but she wins the Battle Royal. Like, boom, like all of it made sense. But they didn't do any of that. I think it makes sense. I'm trying to make sense of everybody doing the whole Liv and Dominic as a couple thing from weeks ago. Oh, hey. And so it looks like this is all playing out, just not the way that I thought it should, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I believe this is leading up to Dom and Liv being connected. Now, seeing Liv get out the car with, I think, Finn Balor last week or whatever, that's going to be looking funny in the light when Rhea comes back. I think when Rhea comes back, she's going to get the pop of a lifetime, and she's going to be bigger than she was then. She was bigger than the Judgment Day. And I also think it's going to be very interesting because we've been talking about Damian Priest eventually making his exit out of the Judgment Day. So it just feels like to me this is the slow build for the Judgment Day being kaput, especially when you got Carlito out here helping out and getting ran over by Braun Strowman and all of that stuff. So it's like, what are we doing here? It just feels like that we ain't where we was with the Judgment Day before. So let's go ahead and get rid of that clubhouse that they got back there. Let Finn be Finn. You've been seeing some red herrings with him because in the clubhouse, it was like a portrait of the demon character and stuff. It just feels like everybody is about to start going their separate ways. It feels like what's that with Eddie Guerrero, Perry Saturn? What was that? They were Chris. What was they?
The Radicals.
Yeah, it feels like the slow build of the Radicals breaking up, and how all of a sudden Saturn was out here wrestling with brooms. Eddie Guerrero was following around China. Dean Malenko was being Dean Malenko. And they were slowly pushing Chris Benoit. So, but Liv Morgan is your new Women's World Champion on Raw. So it's very interesting to see how the revenge tour continues, because it seems like the revenge is over. She got the belt.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what? And dope moment for Liv. You know what I'm saying? I think this is just another sign of moving on from the 4 horsewomen winning and dominating everything. And I think that's important. It's 2024. It's 2024, and if the women's division is as great as they say it is, It is time for more women to be in the forefront and at the focal point and achieving the milestones at all the shows in the PLEs now. It's just time for that.
All right, let's get to the queen of the Ring tournament finals. On SmackDown, Bianca Belair went up against Nia Jax. Nia Jax took home that victory, and Lyra Valkyria defeated Io Sky, and it set up for a more than decent match between Nia and Lyra, where one of my favorite endings to a match in quite some time happened, because it damn near looked like Lyra Valkyria was dead.
Yeah, hey, favorite finish of the night.
Yeah,
favorite finish of the night. Shit, I'm gonna say probably my favorite finish in the King of the Ring. Period. All of them.
Oh, I was legit worried. I was legit like, ooh, is she okay? That they meant to do it like this? Like, yo, we good over here? Of course, we believe that they made the right decision. You had Io Sky winning it, winning against Lyra, and I had Lyra winning it, setting up a Davida versus Goliath type of situation.
Yeah. I was like, where's he going with that?
The Davida versus Goliath type of situation where, hey, Nia Jax won. But Triple H listens to the show, y'all. Just said Triple H listens to the show. Because as far as I know, I was the only show that was saying bring back the automatic title shot.
That's true.
I ain't hear nobody else say, hey, do this. And that might have happened, but I ain't hear it. I ain't listening to y'all then. Triple H listened to the show, and before King and Queen of the Ring on Friday, he said that automatic title shots, which means we are going to see Nia Jax versus the person who will hold the SmackDown Women's Championship, which right now is Bayley. So, if the collision course is Bayley versus Nia Jax, Cam from the Port at SummerSlam, not asking for a guarantee, but are you excited to see Bayley and Nia Jax?
Yeah, I am. And I'm excited to see it because of what should happen. And what should happen is Nia Jax winning the belt and giving a new look to dominant champion for women. You know, that is the guaranteed hope for me. You know what I'm saying? Outside of guarantees, but you know, again, we're so used to Becky, Charlotte, and winning everything, right? And then they let Bayley come in there and get her shit off every once in a while. Sasha Banks no longer with the company, but we knew the vibes with that. And then we got into the Bianca Belair era, which ain't over. It's by far from over. Like, I don't think everybody. I haven't seen anything on Twitter saying differently or wrestling Twitter or wherever, and it shouldn't, because to see what Bianca Belair is doing without even being the focus is crazy. Like, they're not even booking her and billing her the way they quote should. And look what she's doing out there. So enough of that. Nia Jax, this should be the year where we look back at 2024 and be like, yo, Nia Jax really dominated in a way for women that we've never seen. She really did some great and amazing things. She won the Queen of the Ring. She won the title. Like, this should be Nia Superstar of the Year, Slammy Superstar of the Year right here, 2024. It should be that, since she didn't get it last year.
I agree to the point where if we're headed for a matchup at SummerSlam, I don't think she should win the title at SummerSlam. Because I want her to be even more madder that she did not win. But then when she gets that title shot, when she gets that return match, she squashes Bayley enough to where now we're afraid. It's scary hours for everybody. Either way it go, I believe no matter how they do it, it's scary hours coming for the SmackDown women. And until friend of every champion, excuse me, the friend of every championship that has ever come with the women, Charlotte Flair. If Charlotte Flair is on the same show as Nia Jax, she could get that shit when she comes back.
Yeah.
But Nia Jax is going to be the champion. Keep Tiffany Stratton clear away from her. You can have a program with Jade where they exchange disqualification matches, and all of that stuff. And Nia Jax gives Jade Cargill her first pin, or you could just build that shit up until they actually have a match and Jade get it. No matter what, Nia Jax should go on a run. It doesn't have to be lengthy. It just have to be dominant. She needs to go on a run where we really say, yo, it's scary hours for everybody on the show that she's on now that she finally has the belt. And it's going to take somebody tough to take it from her. And in my opinion, the only two just so happen to be Jade Cargill, because they owe each other, and Charlotte Flair, because when she comes back, that's what tends to happen. She gets the belt.
Yeah. Yeah. And hopefully those days are over, but hey, we'll see.
Oh, goddamn well them shits ain't over with. Before we get to the men's, let's go back to Becky Lynch and Liv. Do you feel like it's Family Woman Records time for Becky Lynch, AEW money, or WWE and husband? The reason why is because the report is that Becky Lynch's contract is up at the end of the month. So it's no surprise that she would lose the belt. And I believe on Raw, she's going to have a return match because of how the match ended. So she's probably going to lose that one as well. So, like, where do you see Becky Lynch for the rest of 2024? Family Woman Records, AEW money, or WWE and husband?
All right. Well, every time I pick her going home and chilling and resting and recouping and family, I'm wrong. So I'm not picking that. I'm not picking AEW. Let's just cut the AEW shit out. She's not going to AEW. Like, I know what Mercedes did, but Mercedes ain't Becky Lynch and vice versa. Becky's built the type of career that you don't go to AEW for. You just don't go there. I thought the same thing for Adam Copeland, but now he's middle-aged though. And he didn't want to be a legacy act. But you tell me what he's doing over there and get back to me. Right? So with that being said, I just think Becky Lynch might just take a few weeks off and be right back, because that's kind of the thing she does. I mean, she got book promo to do. She's just fresh off of winning a title, so they can be like, yo, I think 7-time women's champion or whatever. She can do a lot of PR. She can do a lot of lobbying to get I don't know, shit, fucking WrestleMania Backlash in Ireland for 2025. I don't know. She's obviously going to be on the committees for whatever SummerSlam is going to be now that it's 2 nights. I'll tell you how I feel about that later. And there's a lot to do. There's a lot of work to do. Seth is hurt for real, so he's chilling. So maybe he on Mr. Mom vibes while she go out here and keep everything afloat, which I'm not mad at either. But cancel Christmas and Easter in regards to her going to AEW. And I'm just not saying that she about to stay home, because every time I pick it, I'm wrong.
Man, I think she gonna go to Family Woman Records for a little bit. I don't think there's a rush to resign. Reason why there's not a rush to resign is because if you sign right now, then you're stuck to the money that they give you. Hey, man, if you really feel like a lot of these women ain't gonna pan out the way that they can pan out, and you always gonna need the man, then call me in September, and then we can talk about how much money you gonna pay me then. So I think, and plus she's a mother. Man, look, I guarantee you, she wants to spend a very decent amount of time with her kid. And if she has to spend enough, if she got to do that, she can't necessarily do that as where we stand right now. So I truly believe that, yeah, man, it's time to relax. I'm going to relax. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to be what I want to be right now, which is simply Family Woman Records. Y'all call me later on in the year, and maybe I come back for the Royal Rumble. Maybe I don't. But the fact of the matter is she ain't got to be in the rush to sign too, because my husband is hurt. So we chilling. Yo, we chilling. We relaxing. We're about to go on a couple of family trips. We might make another one. Like we might juice and make another one, Jack. I might want another one. And if I want another one, it's definitely Family Woman Records out there once we got two. Yeah. So my husband ain't got to come back. I ain't got to come back, man. We're about to relax. We're about to chill. We're about to go to all of the spots as a family. You're going to see us with our feet in the sand, the waves crashing, us holding our daughter up and swinging. We're going to have all of those family photos and stuff. And you never know, man. Seth might hit that egg again. And if Seth hit that egg again, it's definitely Family Woman Records. So I don't expect to see Becky Lynch for quite some time. But also part of that reason is because I believe that Becky Lynch loves wrestling, but she loves being a mother and a wife more than that. So we'll see Seth quicker than we will see her.
Interesting. Okay.
But hey, we'll see about that. Let the woman do what she want to do. She want to do both, all that. And that's why the AEW thing, which I don't believe is going to happen either, but it's interesting to me. And the reason why it's interesting to me is because they can say, yo, we'll give you the schedule that you want and give you the money that you want as well. So if you have a situation where somebody is going to do that, it wouldn't shock me or surprise me if she made the decision that says, hey, I'm going to go to the company that's going to give me more of a chance to be a mother to my kid, a wife. I don't have to go on all of these dates all year long and bring the kids with us and all of that. When I come back, no, Tony going to pay me $15 million to sit my ass at the crib when I need to sit my ass at the crib. And when I want to come back, I could come back. Wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, and that all sounds cool. That sounds phenomenal. But as I remember a lot of the 24/7s and the other like mini docs on Becky Lynch, she's not gonna thrive in the place where she's the best. Like technically, you know what I mean? Like that's just. I mean, hey, look, her whole story was like, yo, I really wasn't that athletic. I didn't really have no talent. I struggled for like 6 or 7 years. And then this man character kind of just fell in my lap just through happenstance and circumstance. And I was like, yo, that's a pretty dope story. And even then, through those first couple man title reign runs, people really wouldn't sold. They were sold on the character. It was the matches that were the issue. So now, where she's in the space where she's been able to give some more prestige and some light to some of the young ladies in NXT along with Bayley. And the way she was able to help with, the ushering in of a Bianca Belair to the main roster and all of that. I don't see her impact being as great for AEW because shit, nobody else's has. Every woman that has left the WWE to go to AEW who was legit, they've got some legit picks and stars over there. But I can't think of one person that's benefited more outside of financially from the moves yet. Not saying it can't happen, not saying it won't happen ever, but it just hasn't happened. Shoot, the legends ain't even helping nobody else out over there.
Hey, man. Mercedes Moné out here talking about that she's the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Right. See, It always looks funny when it's coming from a different place. It ain't the WWE though, ain't it? Don't it?
Like, you know what? You ain't wrong in that. If you would have said that but we are the show that said the camera looks different in the WWE compared to the other brands.
Yeah.
So to your point, you ain't lying. If she would have said that shit in front of WWE cameras, we would have been like, "Oh man, that statement." Hey, she'd say that shit as Mercedes Moné. It's like,
well, I'll name 7. It's like now all of a sudden we got some picks in the way.
Yeah, like are you sure? That's when she said that shit. That's how I know a lot of people was like, no. But she would have said that shit in the WWE. Folks would have been like, hey, it's a great statement. Great statement. But she wrestles tonight, though.
And to Ross' point, it better be one of them. There better be one of them.
And she wrestles against the person, Willow Nightingale, where she broke her ankle at. So, and that's what, before we even go any further, Ross, you might be on to something more than you know. Because she can't give a WWE style match. No. She got to give she have to give whatever she gave at New Japan Pro Wrestling that made her get standing ovations. And from what I've seen from a lot of people, they have not really been a fan of this AEW run so far. And because they are not a fan of this AEW run so far, you know, they said that she's talking like she's still in the WWE. So she gotta bring it tonight. Like she gotta bring it tonight. And she probably gotta lose.
Well, see, that's the conundrum we're in, right? Because when you lose, especially by the way people view these things, if you lose and it's not a 5-star match, then they really question you as far as how great you are, right? But if she wins and the division and the company don't benefit, well, you're not the greatest then either, because they're like, who'd you help with this W here? And that's the tricky part about saying shit like that when you're not in the WWE, because everybody's already second. Everybody's already second. So when you make statements like that, you have to win or lose, but it has to change the course of history and direction for other people. Like, for everybody that may not agree with me right now, this is why Seth Rollins was saying what he was saying to Kenny Omega. He was like, bro, I'm not like, I hear you over there. Like, I see what you're saying, but you can't prove that over here. Like, I won the title at WrestleMania on a cash-in, bro. More people just know me for a great moment than they know you in general. So make your way here. Then let's have a match. Because even if it closes out Raw, they'll be like, hey, you know, Kenny Omega actually pretty nice. Versus me coming to y'all marquee pay-per-view on night 1 and beating you. It don't hit the same. It just don't hit the same. And that is unfortunately the corner that Miss Mercedes has talked herself into.
You know the AEW ice is gonna be mad at you for saying that.
Yeah, hey, throw all the shit you can at your walls in your room, bud. Don't mean I'm wrong.
Hey man, hey, let's go to the King of the Ring finals. And it was Randy Orton and Tama Tonga on SmackDown Randy Orton wins that. Gunther and Jey Uso. Gunther wins that. I saw some people that was a little bit disappointed that it wasn't Tama and Jey Uso in that, feeling like, you went through all of this for nothing. But I got the match that I thought I was going to get, and you did too.
Actually, I called it
Oh,
all
no.
wrong. Well,
no matter of fact, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah. My predictions were shot to shit, but it was cool to see.
Yeah, matter of fact, I was the one who. You're right. My bad.
No. You were right. You hit it spot on. And even I would even have copped out to Gunther versus Tama, but hey, look, man, what has Randy Orton been doing for about a decade now? Putting over that next champion. I'll let you spell it out whichever way you want to from there. So salute to Randy Orton, even though I'm tired of legendary injury-prone Randy Orton. We need to get this guy out of here. But shout to Randy Orton, though, nonetheless.
So Gunther is your new king of the ring, as predicted by me. So I don't want to say bang be knowing in this one, because I think it was a foregone conclusion. But if you didn't think it was a foregone conclusion, bang be knowing. Gunther defeats Randy Orton, and like you said, a injury-prone, written Randy Orton story where it seems to me, or at least we thought that that the finish was funky.
Yeah.
But it turns out that, as DA says, I'm going to bring that back on the screen. DA says the accident, Triple H talked about it after he thinks, I think Randy's shoulders problems just stopped him from taking the crucifix properly. But I did see the video where he said that the referee's decision is final. Anytime I see that the referee's decision is final, that means that shit was an accident.
Yeah, for sure.
And we ain't even gonna deal with that shit. That shit was an accident, y'all. We got what we were supposed to happen, but they'll fight at a later date. So yeah, be looking for that.
Yeah, but, and shout out to Corey Graves real quick. Shout out to Corey Graves because he did he left the door open just in case. Like, I would love to see that again from a different angle. And it's like, okay, I got you.
You got to. That's the whole thing about being a good announcer, being able to, we might have to leave some shit open. Boom. But how do you feel about King Gunther?
Man, long overdue, justified. He's probably going to be one of the top 5 King of the Rings that have mattered the most. That's where I have it off top. I was kind of mad he didn't put the crown on. I ain't gonna lie. but man, dude, amazing, man. Gunther's amazing. And this is just what it should be. If you don't like this, you're a fucking hater. That's really it. That's all I got on this. Like, you're just a fucking hater if you don't jig with this. He's earned absolutely everything, and we're gonna get a good title match, and I don't expect him to lose. I don't think I need to wait to say that, and he about to beat my guy. So,
yeah, man, I've been saying that it's time to put that man in the prime spot, and I was also glad that Triple H announced that the champion get the winner gets to get a championship opportunity at SummerSlam. So it's going to be Gunther versus whoever is the world champion, which means that coming up on June 15th at Clash of the Castle 2 in Scotland, it's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest, which just feels like to me that Damian Priest is going to take the L there. Here's what I was alluding to earlier in the show about the championship. What I don't want is everybody to see that somebody is going to their hometown and expect them to win some shit, especially when titles are up for grabs. Here's why I say that. So for those who don't know, I'm going to give you the next couple of WWE PLEs for us to look out for. And for those who don't know, PLEs is premium live events. So Getting away from that pay-per-view term, y'all. Premium live events. We're going to continue to say that for those who be forgetting. So, Clash at the Castle is June 15th in Glasgow, Scotland. Drew McIntyre territory. Money in the Bank is after that in Toronto. So that means that somebody is going to have the Money in the Bank briefcase. So let me go ahead and throw this out here right now. I would not be shocked or surprised if CM Punk wins his third briefcase, which means that at SummerSlam, it's going to be Gunther versus whoever wins in Glasgow, Scotland. The streets will automatically think, because it is in Scotland, that that's Drew McIntyre territory, and Drew McIntyre will win that, which means that it'll be Gunther versus Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam. But then after that, a couple of weeks later, actually, on August 31st, is the WWE Bash in Berlin. And you would expect that Gunther will go to Berlin, as he said he wants to, as the WWE World Champion. So let's look at this right now, right? You got, excluding the current champ, Damian Priest, you have Drew McIntyre at the crib, and then you have Gunther at the crib coming up weeks apart. People are going to expect Drew McIntyre to win, especially when he lost at the first Clash at the Castle, Roman Reigns. But then if he does win and CM Punk is healthy, anywhere near Money in the Bank, oh man, if CM Punk wins, oh man, what if Drew McIntyre loses twice in the Money in the Bank? But then you got Gunther waiting in the wings too. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a lot of conversations. But let me just say this right now. I don't need Drew McIntyre to be the world heavyweight champion. You know why, Kent? Because the Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk feud, to me, is bigger than the world championship.
Right.
Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk, to me, as I said before, is Macho Man versus the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 7. We got Hulk Hogan and Sergeant Slaughter, but the main event could have definitely been Macho Man and the Ultimate Warrior. Just look at Ultimate Warrior's tights. This means more than this. Yeah. That's where I'm starting to see CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, which that's why it has me nervous that they're going to force the belt on Drew McIntyre, and it might leave Gunther out to dry.
Really?
When you have Scotland and Berlin coming up. Am I overthinking?
I think, well, I won't say you're overthinking, but I think you are contradicting the magnitude of what you earlier said, which I completely agree with. Listen, I got Drew McIntyre and CM Punk costing each other 2024. Like everything. I don't have them winning nothing. They not winning nothing until they get their best of 3 off. So if there is a title match, CM Punk's going to cost him that title. If there is a Money in the Bank, Drew McIntyre's going to enter the match and just push him off the ladder and be like, you can't win this. Like, I don't care about these motherfuckers here. I can beat all of them. You can't win this. And then in the meantime, that just sets up Gunther to take the title at SummerSlam, go into Berlin. He's going to win. If one of them is facing him, they're going to help him. Gunther, that is. I got this. Either they're going to, I got one of their first matches, potentially, because we do shit backwards this era, but maybe it won't. But I got Drew McIntyre, CM Punk ending in the Hell in a Cell. And I don't know if they're going to wait for that to be at WrestleMania, because to my knowledge, I don't know, to my remembrance, I don't think there's ever been a Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania. I could be wrong with that.
Yeah, but, remember Shane McMahon? Matter of fact, remember Shane McMahon? And who was that? Kevin Owens?
Oh, well, yeah. So yeah, see, they gotta overdo that. They gotta rewrite history on that. Yeah. So now, I guess my light guarantee is that the CM Punk Drew McIntyre feud ends at Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania, because I think that's just what should happen here. And it's gonna come off the heels of them costing each other 2023, whether it's been injuries, title opportunities, actual matches. Like the one thing that's been very consistent, and we'll be at June by the time that we do our next show. Like the whole first half of the year, they've cost each other the year. So why not have that end with, them in a match potentially at a Survivor Series? Obviously, I expect them to cost each other the Royal Rumble to then culminate it all at WrestleMania. That's how long I got this feud going.
So let me say this. What you just said is what I want. I want both of them to cost each other their matches to where they both say, fuck this shit. Now we gotta wrestle.
Yeah.
we gotta wrestle. Because it doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense to me that any of those two should fight for the belt. It just doesn't. What makes more sense to me is what you just said. Oh man, they are literally costing each other chances to be champion.
Mm-hmm.
Now they gotta fight. Because now CM Punk can cost him Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he announces that he's healthy. Money in the Bank comes in. He gets on that ladder. And they're like, oh, CM Punk can be the only three-time Money in the Bank winner.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looks down. And then you go, oh my God, I can't believe it. Drew McIntyre has just threw CM Punk off of the ladder. Which then leads to SummerSlam in Cleveland, whereas Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. Now, I don't think they're going to have Hell in a Cell pay-per-views anymore. So that means Hell in a Cell in Cleveland at SummerSlam would be amazing unless, as you said, best of three, you let them get their rocks off. And then the third match, the blow-off match, is Hell in the Cell. But keep them two away from the belt. Let them cost each time. SummerSlam, let's get this cracking.
Yeah, right. I like it.
See, look, Triple H is probably listening.
Since we already kind of know, it's like, hey man, just go ahead, just maybe send us a little love. You know what I mean?
Now, question to you though.
Mm-hmm.
With Gunther being slotted in now currently as champ, or facing the champ, then my question to you becomes, who should Gunther face for the championship? Who should he take this from?
Oh, Damian Priest.
Okay.
Damian Priest. I know that the title run has been underwhelming. I'm sorry. Not overwhelming, but underwhelming. But I think this is the first time that I remember where you got a guy that's becoming the champ off the Money in the Bank cash in, but we're obviously trying to turn him into a face, and you're breaking him up from his faction. But like, it's so money. There's so many different storylines going on with Damian Priest, if we want to be real, that I'm not even sure how he comes out of it with what they want, which they want him to come out of this a face. And that's going to be the interesting part, because Gunther is making no bones about not being liked. Like, that crowd started cheering for him at the Kingdom. He was like, oh yeah, that's cool, but fuck all y'all. Hey, I don't need you to tell me what I deserve. I knew this.
Right, yeah, they hit him with the "you deserve" it. He was like, "Man, get y'all clown ass up."
Right, right. He was like, well, what did you expect? Who else deserves this but me? Like, you did.
Like, get your clown ass, lame ass up out of there. Ain't nobody trying to hear this shit.
So, so I look at, so to me, that spells this. Whether you have a situation where Judgment Day is barred from ringside through Damian Priest saying so, and Gunther beats him, or if the entire Judgment Day helps and Damian feels away and he still loses. I got him losing no matter what happens, because the ultimate thing is then he becomes the guy in the quest to do his title for the respectable run, which then makes him a face. That's what I think they're prepping for. But it's like the story around him is so muddy now that him losing the belt actually makes the most sense. Like, there's no point of giving somebody the belt between now to August. Just let him rock out till August, and take the L that we all expect him to take, because Gunther is Gunther.
And that's my other worry, right? Is that, and that's why I brought up the hometown pay-per-views, basically, because it's like, oh man, we of course a Puerto Rican end up winning that main event match, or that wasn't even main event, but a Puerto Rican end up winning the biggest match of the night because Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican.
Yeah, no, you was right. You was right the first time. You go ahead and say it right.
Whatever I said, what I said the first time, yeah. Everybody got mad when Drew McIntyre didn't win that Clash of the Castle, which turned out to be the debut of Solo Sikoa.
Yeah. Hey, listen, for all of you new wrestler fans, we from the era where you got your ass beat in your hometown.
Man, yeah.
So I ain't on this train of you gotta win, because I don't care if I need a password to get to your house. We'll whoop your ass at your house. That's fine.
We are on the same page. Hey, we on the same page when it comes to that. Like, just because we in your hometown, that don't mean you win shit, nigga. Like, what the fuck out of here? I'm from the hometown L's era.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
So when Sami Zayn didn't win in Montreal, I was like, well, hey, so what?
Well, yeah, hey, listen.
Clap it up at the end, though.
I forget who it was, and I'm sure you'll remember. I remember somebody. Not only did they not win the title, they got damn near beat to death at the crib, and the pending shot at Raw was them just laid out on the ground. Like, I'm like, damn, this is what you get for coming home. Don't bring your ass back.
Like, niggas was in tears. Like, that's what niggas was in tears. So yeah, I am with you on that. But it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in these next couple of weeks, because if it goes how we just said it, so for those who might have missed it, Camp and Bang, I think it was Cena that got his ass beat in Boston. And I think it was by Randy Orton.
Yes. Hey, yep, there it is. He beat Cena like they didn't know he was from America. Dog. Like, he beat Cena ass at the crib. And that crowd was like, yo, hold up.
Right. Like, they really had the shock face, like,
yeah.
So yeah,
but it wasn't no Cena sucks chance that night. They was like, oh my god,
call ambulance, come and pick up the people, put the body on the ground, and turn their ass out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but if it goes the way that first Black Champ sees it, as Camp told you, as I agree with, CM Punk cost Drew McIntyre the title at Clash at the Castle. CM Punk is on his way to his third Money in the Bank, and Drew McIntyre says, nah, bitch. And then from there, they're like, you know what? Fuck it. At SummerSlam, in a Hell in a Cell match, in a last man standing match, whatever, in a non-sanctioned match, whatever you can think of that just looks violent. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, SummerSlam, get the poster ready. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I'm with it. Hey, they can have a specialty match trilogy. I don't care. That's what should happen.
And there you go. Which leads us to the last match of the night, Cody Rhodes, Logan Paul, we knew damn well what was going to happen in this match.
Yeah,
Logan Paul was going to give you a good showing. He was going to make that match look good. That frog splash onto the Arabic announcing table was violent. I was like, oh, okay, this is where we going, Logan. Daredevil. All right, Maverick. But of course, Cody Rhodes was going to win. The only thing we was wondering is if he was going to get RKO'd at the end of the show, or if he was going to get big booted, if Solo was going to hit him the boom or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. With that being said, we know what the match was going to be, and we knew who was going to win it.
Mm-hmm.
But based off of what you saw last night, is SummerSlam Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton or bust? Or should we be looking at another challenger? Is it too early to even be looking at a challenger from a fan standpoint?
I think it's too early. Because again, I am not a fan of injury-prone legend Randy Orton. I'm just not a fan of it. I mean, he's signing the autographs, he fist bumping kids, even though one leaving them hanging and all of that. You know, he's still performing great, but he's always seeming to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's disappointing because obviously there's a lot of life left in Randy Orton, and he has a lot he could still do. But this ain't the Randy Orton that you put on the top of the marquee for the title shot, because we're not getting everything that we know we can get. So like this ain't a Randy Orton is washed. Randy Orton ain't got it no more. This ain't none of that. I think he got a good 6-month title run in him at minimum. But what I'm saying is I want him at 100% or at least 85% if that's the trigger we pulling. Cody got to get out of dream match mode. He got to get out of exhibition mode. Somebody got to come along and really kick him in the nuts and let him know what time it is, man. I think Randy Cody is WrestleMania. I think anything lower than that cheapens it. Outside of SummerSlam, of course. But I want Cody to get in a real feud now. Enough of this shit. Enough of this shit. Enough of this whole, I just want to prove I'm the best, so I'm just going to wrestle like anybody and everybody. Like, when I saw the contract signing, although it was a good moment in time for just, character building and all that, once Logan Paul ripped that contract, I was like, okay, so I'm just here for the performance. That's what she said. But I'm like, man, that sucks. Like, that sucks, because now, not only do we know Cody's going to win, I don't even have it in my mind that he is going to get pushed to the limit, and they might run a last minute like, ooh, whoa, did you see that? He almost beat him. It's not going to happen now. And Logan Paul cold as hell. We'll get to him in a second. But now it's time for just like Cody Rhodes to get into that feud where it's not about fanfare. It's not about views. It's not about eyes on the product more. Like, let's get back to a wrestling feud for the wrestling champ. Like, let's just please get to that. Please. It's been 6 months now. Like, let's get to it.
Camp, I've been saying it. I've been saying it. He needs to be in a feud that makes the fans nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Paul ain't that.
No.
AJ Styles honestly could be that, because it's AJ Styles. But these one-offs, I want to show everybody I'm the champ. You know what this makes me think of, what Cody Rhodes is doing, which I think is Huff? I think Cody Rhodes is in a small way trying to do some territorial championship.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean is, I'm going to go to Mid-South and defend the championship. And then I'm going to go to Georgia Championship Wrestling and defend it. I'm going to go to Championship Wrestling from Florida to defend the championship. I'm going to go to the AWA to defend the NWA World Championship. You stay in the feud for a couple of weeks inside of the territory, and then you move on. Nah, G. You know what I was waiting on after he won the belt? I was waiting on somebody to whoop his ass and us to be like, oh.
Yeah.
And to me, that's not even by doing the championship reign this way, you're not giving it a good chance for somebody to be built or somebody that is already built to be, goddamn, Donnie, we on the same page. Stop typing shit. You're not giving the people the chance because unless he's really hurt, I feel like Cody Rhodes' next opponent is going to be Bobby Lashley.
Hey, listen. Hey, just the mention of that, you already know how I feel about that. Cody Rhodes facing the greatest black wrestler of all time. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be his next opponent. I just thought it was, and I said on here, I just thought it was a little weird for Bobby Lashley to be removed from the King of the Ring tournament because he injured.
Right. We saw that man wrestle with a 3rd-degree burn across his chest.
Right. I'm like, what you talking about here? So I look at the roster currently of SmackDown. We're gonna quick hit this one because I think this would be very quick for us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna name the wrestler on SmackDown, and I'm gonna ask you just yes or no. Mm-hmm. Should they be considered as Cody Rhodes' next opponent?
Oh, this is easy. Go ahead.
So one I'm gonna shock you with, and I hope it does not happen.
Mm-hmm.
But AJ Styles.
No.
Angel.
No.
Hell no. Angelo Dawkins.
No.
Apollo Crews.
He still work there?
No. Ashanti Adonis.
Nah, come on, Doc.
Austin Theory.
I'm not mad at that.
Baron Corbin.
No.
Berto.
No. I didn't even know some of these niggas work here still.
Right, Carmelo Hayes.
Not yet.
Cedric Alexander.
No.
Dragon Lee.
No. I've eaten him.
Giovanni Vinci.
No. He gonna get F-E'd.
Grayson Waller.
Not mad at that. I'm gonna say yes on that. I'm gonna say yes on that.
I know who you gonna say no on. Johnny Gargano.
No.
Carl Anderson.
No.
Kevin Owens.
No, I'm tired of that.
LA Knight. Yeah.
Not yet, believe it or not.
Luke Gallows.
No.
Montez Ford.
You know what? Yeah, so we can finally figure out what's about to happen with him. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Forever,
an interesting fellow, because they actually fought and wrestled for a title before. Nick Aldis.
Yeah. I'm here for that.
I would not be mad at hey, Cody, I'm gonna give you your next opponent. Kick to the nuts is me. Santos Escobar.
No.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
No.
Solo.
No.
Tomasa.
No.
It's the one name that I skipped. And I skipped it because I'm nervous that he's going to be the next opponent at a PLE for Cody Rhodes. I'm nervous that it's going to be Andrade.
Oh, yeah. And that's a waste of time. They could knock that out on SmackDown. They could knock that out on SmackDown. And that's the problem. See, I don't like that Cody Rhodes, as a champion, is doing the AEW CM Punk run. I don't like that. Because that look, man, that fighting championship is some bullshit. All right? It was bullshit when Brett did it. It's bullshit when all y'all do it. It's bullshit when Cody doing it. And here is and the reason why is because wrestling is too big now as just an entity, as an entertainment force. We're not like Cody versus Andrade is not putting casual butts in seats. It's not. It's not. And if look, you want a house show that, like, take that shit to Champagne. Cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. Like, let's do the WWE live and it's Cody Rhodes versus Andrade. That's fine. That's cool with that. One night in SmackDown in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Bet. Do that shit there. Or maybe Oklahoma City, because I heard it's a larger Latino population than we know out there. But I don't want to see that at the PLE. That's just not the move, dog.
That's my worry. But my thought process is, no matter who it is, let's say, for instance, it is Andrade. Make me nervous and don't do a one-off. Actually, make Andrade be somebody that we can really, truly consider as the champion. Let him put the boots to Cody and weekly do it. Let shit be close for 2 pay-per-views. Let something actually be developed outside of promos. I would rather that be Bobby Lashley. But if Bobby Lashley's legitimately hurt, it's not going to be him. So out of every name that I rolled off outside of AJ Styles, the only name that I would be interested in being in a feud with Cody Rhodes as we speak right now, as long as the feud is developed and drawn out, is Andrade. Because these promos that they giving, dude, is lit. I don't want to see Roman yet. Take a bit more of a break. Come back after SummerSlam. The night after SummerSlam should be treated the night after WrestleMania. Let him come back after that. And then leave again. Because we don't need him and Cody on the same trajectory until Royal Rumble. And if we really thinking about rocking Roman right now, there's nobody on the SmackDown roster outside of Bobby Lashley and Andrade that I feel like I would care to see in some type of a promo fight or a fight, anything that leads up or builds up to a match. And if Clash at the Castle is next month, and then Money in the Bank is after that, then give him 2 championship matches. That's 2 months of a decent build.
Yeah, for sure.
If it's anything other than that, if it's one-offs there and Money in the Bank, then all of these give people championship title matches. Ain't gonna do anything but remind me of when Bret Hart was giving people title matches on Superstars.
Yeah.
Like I said last week, do you think niggas gave a fuck about Bret Hart giving Virgil a title slot?
No. And Damian Demento and shit, man, come on.
Yeah, like this. If he does this again, I believe that this is borderline that. And I don't want that. It's not special at that point when we look at these matches and he's going against some random ass dude with a name for a belt. It shouldn't even been Logan Paul, but I understand that it's Saudi Arabia, so you're gonna do that.
For sure.
But again, let's look at AJ Styles, and AJ Styles is not sniffed. Then you got Logan Paul, who's currently a champion. Now we just rolled through the names of these folks, and if you look at the promos, if you look at the vignettes, Andrade to me has to be the next person up for Cody Rhodes. It just can't be we're gonna do this at Clash at the Castle, and then after that we're gonna get somebody new. Nah.
Yeah. Question. I just thought about this too. Could it be that Triple H is doing the litmus test here? Because, well, let me.
But I'm gonna let you go ahead. My bad. Let me go ahead. Go ahead. I apologize.
But because no, I mean, but because I hope you're right though, because the biggest knock on Roman over the last 3 and some change was, well, he don't be at every PLE. He don't have every title match. Everybody's not getting a shot. And he did that. He gave us a few months of that. But with the dirty wins as well as the random appearances, people were like, oh, the belt don't get contested enough. So now what if Triple H is like, okay, well, here's a guy that y'all love and y'all want to see the title more. Okay, cool. This guy actually wants to do that. And now let's see how this works. But now here we are, 3 defenses in, and we like, yo, come on, fam. You might need to, I mean, can't somebody give us a shot? Like, because I think the worst is happening. I'd rather think that nobody can beat you than you putting yourself against people that I know shouldn't beat you. So
that's why my answer still no. Okay. Like what you just said right there is why my answer still no. This is Bret Hart championship territory. This is Bret Hart versus Virgil. This is Bret Hart versus Damian Demento. This is Bret Hart versus King Kong Bundy.
Yeah.
This is Bret Hart versus Adam Bomb just to get you to Bret Hart versus The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like it's giving me that just to get me to a person. And I don't want to call AJ Styles Virgil or Damian Demento, but you didn't even make it look threatening that AJ Styles could literally beat dude.
Right.
And that's my whole point. You're not putting him in a match that makes me really, truly feel threatened that he can lose this based off of the lead up. What this is giving me is anytime you wrestle Bret Hart, the championship is defended. So, yeah, you're going to make him look like a fighting champion. But nobody cared about him going up against Damian Demento, Virgil, Isaac Yankem, DES. What's my man name? Hakushi.
Yeah. Yeah, Hakushi.
Nobody cared about them matches. Cared about Sid, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Even though that wasn't for a title, you know what I mean? Like, that's the matches we cared for.
Hey, shit, it felt like title matches, though.
Right.
To your point, though.
I'm sorry. Last night did not feel like a title match. I asked you, did the pay-per-view, the PLE, feel like a house show? And it didn't until it got to the main event.
Yeah. Right.
And for those who might question me about why would I feel that way, well, let me go to cagematch.net and give you some of the names that Bret Hart wrestled at house shows. I already mentioned the one name, Isaac Yankum, DDS.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know who also Bret Hart wrestled in a dark match for the title?
Aldo Montoya,
John Pierre Lafitte.
Oh, hey, that was my man's too. He didn't deserve that.
I know, man. He didn't deserve that look even on the house show.
Yeah, nah, he didn't.
On Monday Night Raw, Bret Hart defeated Tatanka.
Hey, what I say last week.
These title matches, fam.
Mm-hmm.
It's title matches. You know who else Bret Hart wrestled in a title match?
Yeah.
Hold on, I just missed it. Hold on, I just had it because I was. Oh, there we go. On the WWF Mania show for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship, Bret Hart defeated Buddy Landel.
Wow. See, come on, son. It's like, and in that era though, what you mean Buddy Landel in '93 for? Like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Why are we here? Why are we here at a house show in '95? Bret Hart defeated Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
You know what I'm saying? The one with Sable, y'all, not
him. not Triple H.
Yeah.
So when I look at Cody Rhodes here in this situation, it's going to get to a point where we're going to be looking at Cody Rhodes and the matches he has at these PLEs and say, are they giving him the Bret Hart first title run or the second title run? Either one. And you're just giving him people that's like, yo, you're not even really developing real feuds with. You're just giving us one-offs. So if I were to, I don't want to speak for the internet wrestling community. I don't want to do that because y'all weird. But I believe that the reason why a lot of people don't necessarily like this feud is that Cody Rhodes is going on some type of a world territory tour inside of the organization.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Styles, Logan Paul. Who's next?
Yeah.
Who's going to jump the face and make this shit feel like it's real?
Mm-hmm.
See, when you are the heel, everybody chases you. So you can do that shit.
Yeah.
But when you are the face, you legit have to be threatened. And at a house show, even in the anything can happen in the WWF era, you wasn't scared that Shawn Michaels was going to lose to Goldust at the Rosemont Horizon in 1996.
Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
But you were afraid of Bret Hart versus Bob Backlund at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And then the Royal Rumble. In your house, insert name here. Cody has to get into a feud, a long-term feud. And I don't mean long-term like 6 to 8 months. I mean something that's about 3 months that we can really sink our teeth in and be like, man, it's really wild out here. Right. Cody might lose. But right now, we're not doing that. We're getting Cody Rhodes versus Damian Demento, Cody Rhodes versus Adam Bomb, Cody Rhodes versus Crush.
Right.
Just to get the Cody Rhodes versus The Undertaker.
Hey, right. Hey, Ross, let me double down on why you hated Bret Hart. You know why I didn't like Bret Hart's first title run? Because for the majority of it, he never wrestled anybody that was an action figure. And that's how I gauged it. Hey, yo, if I can't go to my little ring and pull out the dudes you facing, like even because I collected the WCW ones too. He didn't even have them. So I was like, oh, he just wrestling to be wrestling. I don't like this shit.
He's wrestling Buddy like Bret Hart wrestling Buddy Landell on WWF Mania.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me, ladies and gentlemen, y'all mean to tell me that we were supposed to like the fact that Howard Finkel was on TV? This match is for the WWF World Championship. Already in the ring. As soon as this nigga say already in the ring, you're like, oh.
Like, y'all, come on. Like, I was like, hey, yo, so y'all didn't even let Bash and Booger walk out this time. Got it.
Coming down the aisle, but he coming down the aisle. What was you supposed to like about that shit?
Hey, that you might get a pair of glasses.
That's it. That's it.
Hey, but
much love for and
if you at row 2, it's not happening for you.
Before anybody looks at this, even if we clip it, before somebody say anything, this ain't Greg Valentine. Yeah. Bret Hart is loved in our community, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no, Bret Hart is still the fucking man, but he was
right.
on bullshit.
Bret Hart is still the best there is, the best there was, the best there will be. But Bret Hart was also defending his title against Buddy Landell in TV matches. Bret Hart was really defending his title against Damian Demento and Virgil and all of those things. So when you looked at that on TV as a shorty, you like, oh man, Bret Hart, he's a fighting champion. But then when you finally know better, you like, man, get the fuck up out of here with this shit.
Right.
Why is he wrestling Buddy Landell? Why is Bret Hart wrestling niggas already in the ring? Like, you know, that's the dead giveaway of we know what's gonna happen here is already in the ring, and then they just cut to this nigga and he's just bouncing.
Yeah. It's like, hey, what was so wild is in some of those instances, like for instance, like I thought they could have did more with the Berserker. But like, don't already have him out there and then get himself disqualified. It's like, oh, so we're not playing. We don't care about this at all because we're not even letting him get pinned or submitted.
And then to add that to it, he don't even get another title shot. Like they just moved on.
Yeah, you're one and done. It ain't no rematches.
So that's what I feel like this title reign is becoming of Cody Rhodes. Like, oh, AJ Styles lost. No. Now what he's going to be doing? He's back at catering. All right. Oh, Logan Paul. Well, he's the United States champion. So, all right. Shawn Michaels didn't get another title shot against Bret Hart until the niggas didn't like each other. When Shawn Michaels was the Intercontinental champion going up against Bret Hart. What was the return match, y'all? At a house show that we knew what was going to happen.
Oh man,
that's what Cody Rhodes shit is feeling like, man. Before we get out of here, because I feel like this has to be done. Cody Rhodes title matches, cage match. Let's see what you got for us. Cage match. I want to see some of the people that Cody Rhodes is defending his championship since he's become champion.
Let's do it.
And can't say we wasn't necessarily wrong. You want to know who Cody Rhodes' first title defense was against? Now, when I said this, now when I said that this person should get a title match, y'all niggas lamed out. Cody Rhodes wins the championship at WrestleMania. The first person that Cody Rhodes defend the title against is Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
The next person in the UK and on the tour, this is who he wrestled. The European tour is Shinsuke Nakamura.
And they tried to make that something, but come on.
And then after that, it was AJ Styles mixed with Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke, he wrestled again. And I think this is Germany. I'm not for sure. Whatever Frank Reich is, outside of the head coach. Or maybe that's France. I don't know. But Shinsuke, AJ Styles in Tennessee, Macon, Georgia. So AJ Styles is getting title shots in the South, y'all. Sounds stereotypical to me.
Shout
Then it's Logan Paul. So if you look at the house show, then yeah, the next title shot is going to be from Shinsuke Nakamura.
Hey, he got mad promo for his draft selection. So,
but where's the threat here?
There isn't one, and that's the problem. And see, and I know for clarity, I know some people they listen to you rattle off that list, and they'll be like, "Those are top stars. Those are top competitors." AJ Styles is a future Hall of Famer, first ballot. They're going to tell you those type of things. Shinsuke is one of the greatest Japanese superstars of all time, because y'all never better ever disrespect the Great Muta. But the thing about it is that it's 2024 and this is happening. These aren't the guys. Dominic is not the guy yet. But by 2026, give me Cody versus Dominic in 2026, and then we're having a better conversation.
But Kemp, here's why I'm going to disagree with you. It's not about him winning the championship. It's about the threat of him winning the championship. Right. So if Dominic Mysterio, with the help of Judgment Day, was getting in Cody's ass, but Cody somehow got it out the mud and won the match, that would be better than Nick Aldis saying, "Yo, this is your next opponent."
Now, I would agree with you if he didn't already beat the Bloodline to get the damn title.
No, I feel you. I'm just saying that that's better than these one-offs.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, what you're saying is right. However, for that nucleus, switch the competitor for me. Make it Cody Finn if we're gonna do that.
Yeah, it could be Cody Finn. The only reason why I'm using Dominic is because who's the nigga getting mercilessly booed when he walks out?
Yeah, no, the most over guy, yes.
So the fact of the matter is, if that was done, then you like, yo, this nigga who we hate might actually have a chance here.
Yeah.
No, it puts more heat on the fire. He's still gonna lose, but if Finn and JD McDonough big head ass is actually out here ringside and really making it seem like the odds are not for Cody and Cody wins it, by proxy, Finn is a part of it.
No, for sure. I totally understand the premise.
Yeah, so I mean, but you're right. Like, I'd rather it be Finn because of the match quality, but from the heat quality,
well, no, I'm sorry. Let me clarify, because I'm with you. I'm just saying that for where Dominic is, obviously heat most over, probably the guy other than Rhea. Dominic is why the Judgment Day got over. I was just talking about from the threat aspect. Even with all that going on with Judgment Day, like the two people I wouldn't expect to go over on Cody or pose as a threat would have been Dominic and Jug Dome McDonough. Like, I wouldn't have expected either one of those two. It would have had to have been Finn or Damian to pose that threat.
Hey, how the hell how you skate over that shit? How you skate over that shit? What did you call this nigga?
Oh, Jug Dome McDonough. That's the JD. Jug Dome McDonough. That's what it is. Oh, I just figured out the initials. That's all. I just want to call him by his full name, Jug Dome McDonough.
Oh man. Oh boy. Oh, you okay? You know what, nigga? Like, I just forgot that thing I was about to say. So we'll just go pass it on over. We got a question from Lil Fredicini 68. Should Randy versus Gunther have been the main event instead of Cody versus Logan? What's your thoughts?
I agree with that. It should have, but you gotta give the champ the respect because the champ is the champ, and it is Cody. But Randy versus Gunther and everything that led at the end of it, that definitely felt more main eventish to me.
Match quality wise, yes. Impact, yes. But it wasn't for the championship, so no. Yeah. But I would have put it there because match of the night or not, I would have put it there because of those two names and how you're going to have a memorable moment because somebody is going to be crowned King of the Ring. Cody versus Logan was a foregone conclusion. To me, Cody versus Logan was the equivalent of Hulk Hogan going up against Dr. D, David Schultz at the end of Saturday night's main event.
What?
Fuck, like, we legit was like, man, Randy could win this. Gunther could win this.
Yeah.
We get to the last match of the night. Well, son, let's go. Well, we gotta go. Damn, well, Cody's gonna win. You gotta stay. Let's beat.
You can watch this on the app in the car.
Yeah, let's beat traffic. Let me just put this in the aux cord. Watch it. Like, I don't know. It's good, son. Just watch the shit. No, you said that Cody's gonna win. Yeah, in 20 minutes. Now we home. You got to see the match, and now you at home. Fuck, nah. So yes, because of that, I believe that Randy versus Gunther should have been in the main event. However, I understand why Cody was in the main event because how you not gonna put him in the main event right now? Man, do we have any guarantees?
I have a guaranteed hope.
Solo time.
Hope. All right. All right. So my guaranteed hope this week is surrounding Nia Jax. Since my king and queen of the ring, my king of the ring was totally wrong. My prediction was wrong. Now I think we play on to the winning matters. I think we play on to the Samoan dynasty and the depth of it. And so nothing in my mind says that Solo and Nia Jax don't have a talk. And they need to have a talk on SmackDown. It could kick it off. It could start off in the middle somewhere randomly because now she is the only winner in the Samoan dynasty on either roster right now. Everybody lost but her. She is the queen. I feel that she should be the champ. She is now the person with the greatest chance of being a champion by the time we get to September. And that's what the bloodline needs. The bloodline is still the bloodline as far as just your accolades and heralding and legacy. But if this is a win now league, just like every other league is, you need somebody with some prestige in there. That is Nia Jax. I'm not saying that she should lead the bloodline, but not having her in it now looks crazy. So my guaranteed hope is that Solo reaches out to Nia Jax and she officially makes herself part of the bloodline and the storyline moving forward.
I have a guarantee though, and we kind of mentioned it on the show. You did. And now I'm just going to rock with that shit as a guarantee. CM Punk is going to cost Drew McIntyre the championship at Clash at the Castle. CM Punk is going to be on that ladder all alone, and Drew McIntyre is going to cost him the Money in the Bank to go to SummerSlam or whenever to become champion, which means at SummerSlam, we're finally going to get the most anticipated wrestling match of 2024 in the WWE. We are going to get Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk in a last man standing match. And boy, it's going to be epic because when CM Punk is on his game, CM Punk can have a wrestling match with a broomstick and it'd be dope. And I know we be talking about big meaty men bumping meat paws.
No, you do.
But Drew McIntyre is going to give you a dope ass stiff pause match as well. So when you put those two up in the ring and where they are now, will give you the hottest feud of the year so far. Sparks are gonna fly in Cleveland when those two get in the ring, and they're gonna give you the match of the night. I don't give a damn who Cody wrestles. I don't give a damn who Gunther wrestles. I don't give a damn who wrestles who. Hey, Ohio, get ready. Because CM Punk and Drew McIntyre is going to bring all of their frustrations into the ring that night. And it's going to be lit. And the best part about it is what I've been saying, Kent, for about the last year and a half, 2 years. We need grudge matches.
Mm-hmm.
The art of the grudge match is missing. It gets no better than this right here. We don't need no title. We just want to fight. And that's what I miss. And that's what we're going to get at SummerSlam. When Drew McIntyre and CM Punk finally get it on in the ring. Pause.
I dig it. That's you, though, big dog, on the meaty men stuff, though. That's you. For sure.
That's really Big E. It's just fun saying that shit and getting a rise out of saying that shit. Big E should have never said that shit with big meaty men bumping meat.
Yeah. But, wild behavior.
Yeah, but I definitely will take advantage of that term when we're doing shows. Outside of that, yeah. I'm straight on that.
Yeah, man.
Especially when it comes to Goldberg being the reason why that's been done in the first place. Like,
yeah, that's wild.
That's wild. That's
super wild.
All right, man. Before we get out of here, hey, if y'all in the Chicago area, man, it's Thursday. This Thursday, Some Dude 200. We celebrate 200 episodes of Some Dude. So y'all make sure y'all there. $10 on Eventbrite and at the door. We using all of this money to pay for shit because it costs money to do these podcasts and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing that at the door. But this is not a live broadcast, y'all. This is not a live pod. We're just going over there to kick it, drink, have fun, be merry, celebrate my birthday if you want to. Buy me a shot because I ain't driving. You know what I'm saying? But and I'm still running the ROE meeting the day after. So
there we go. That's hard.
You know what I'm saying? I used to do it when I was working at Best Buy. Hey, get drunk and run a meeting.
Yeah, there we go.
So y'all make sure that y'all there, man, on the 30th, May 30th at Haymarket Pub from 6 to 10.
Yeah, pull up.
Brashir from the label is going to be DJing, and all of the Barbershop Network folks is going to be there. So y'all definitely go ahead and slide through. With that being said, we gave you a guarantee hope. We gave you a guarantee, and now Cam from the Court.
Yeah, man. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in today. Man, we appreciate you tuning in and enjoying this recap. Remember, if you learned nothing else from this show today, the JD is Jug Dome McDonough. Okay, that is his name. And that will be a thing here moving forward. The first Black Champ podcast told you first.
If you hear Pat McAfee say something, know where it came from.
Pat, we're gonna tweet, we're gonna at you. We're gonna at you. You better shout us out. But man, hey, obviously Bang and I can do the show without your participation, but all of you with the comments on the live, the shares, the likes, the rumor innuendo, the questions, all of it definitely makes the FBC community what it is, and we sincerely thank and appreciate you all for doing that. Real quick, Lil Fettuccine, I don't think AJ needs a trade. Honestly, AJ needs to just get on the Cody Rhodes run because he's winning the type of matches that you should win without the title. So literally just switch the booking for Cody that you have for AJ and everything will be just fine. Hey, if you ever want to talk about wrestling in an unconventional way, you do so by checking out the first Black Champ podcast. Pick, VP, DOC, and we are out. Fuck Johnny Wrestling.
Hey man, you're gonna be mad when he get the tag team titles.
Oh, I won't. That's not happening.